Donald Trump decided he was going to start off the work week this week on Monday morning, and I mean early Monday morning, by launching an attack on Hollywood and, at the same time, somehow, some way, launching a defense of Hollywood because Donald Trump hates Hollywood and at the same time he wants to protect Hollywood. Now, it's weird, right? This guy does seem to have a lot of very conflicting emotions in his brain, but the gist of it is Donald Trump thinks that Hollywood is dying. It's partially dying because Gavin Newsom, that scumbag governor of California, has allowed it to die. And it's also dying because, by golly, all these darn foreign movies coming into the United States is killing Hollywood. Let me read you what our senile old man president had to say first thing Monday morning. Our movie-making business has been stolen from the United States of America by other countries, just like stealing candy from a baby. California, with its weak and incompetent governor, has been particularly hard hit. Therefore, in order to solve this long-time, never-ending problem, I will be imposing a 100% tariff on any and all movies that are made outside of the United States. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. This is an industry, movie-making industry in the United States, that employs over 2.3 million people. They make hundreds of billions of dollars per year, okay? 2.3 million people, hundreds of billions of dollars a year. Hollywood is not dying. The movie-making industry is not dying. And yes, movies are made outside of the United States, brought into the United States, where they make billions of dollars, generate money for the economy, local movie theaters, whatever. They employ people. It's a good thing. And it's a great escape, right? Going to the movies, losing yourself for 2.5, 3 hours sometimes in a different world. Not worried about all the random BS that Trump is doing for the moment. You get lost in a movie, right? Good defeats evil in the movies. It's easy to get lost in it, and that's why people do gravitate to those kinds of things. Or they want to be terrified of a good thriller. They want to have their mind twisted with one of those types. But whatever it is, the movie industry is not dying. It goes through ups and downs like any other industry, sure, but it's doing fine. Secondly, this is not the first time that Donald Trump, of course, has threatened to put these tariffs in place on movies made outside the United States that then come back. And just like he had threatened earlier this year, I explained it then and I'll explain it now, because it's not possible to put a tariff on that. Because it's a product, but it's more of an idea, right? Here, let me explain it this way. This is how I explained it at the time. A movie is a lot of different companies that come together to make it, right? The production company, the lighting company, the staffing agencies, the catering companies, the movie studio, all the, dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of different companies. And they're all spending money and they're all being paid. Okay. And if they want to go shoot, and Lord of the Rings is a good example, even though it's, 25 years old, they went and they shot the movie in New Zealand because that setting, that landscape, all of that was more conducive to those stories. They've been shooting scenes for Avengers Doomsday over in England because it fits better with the setting of the movie instead of having to green screen everything and make it look CGI bullcrap. Sometimes being on location is better. Most of the time. Almost all the time, honestly. Unless it's like a Star Wars, obviously you can't be on location. But that's what they do. So when they come back with a movie, they're actually usually not even coming back with a movie. They're coming back with film. Digital, sometimes even reel-to-reel film. So when it comes back into the United States, that's when a tariff would be imposed. How do you impose a tariff on an unfinished item that's not for sale? The answer is you cannot. Because the value of those things, if it's memory cards here, like, okay, well, I've got the film on this little, SD card. The film right now is worth nothing. The SD card is worth $15. You want me to pay 100% of $15? Give you 30? Fine. $30 for my movie. There you go. You see what I mean? Like, you can't tariff something that's not a thing. It's still an idea. Not to mention, if you want a tariff on the final, tally of the movie, you can't do that because that's here in the United States. If you want to do the estimated value of the movie, well, we have that clever Hollywood accounting where even a major blockbuster can technically lose money on paper. There's no way to do this because Donald Trump's just a very stupid person. That's the bottom line. Honestly, I feel like I could probably end every single segment I ever do with, and it's that way because Donald Trump's a very stupid person. But he is, and he's throwing a tantrum about Hollywood, blaming it on Gavin Newsom, trying to make him look bad because he's making Trump look bad. So the whole thing, as usual, gets very stupid, doesn't make any sense because our elderly, senile, possibly likely demented president woke up in a bad mood and decided to pick a fight with the movie industry on that given day. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.